Come here, say it loud, bro. Say it proud.
Black.
He was what?
Black.
He was what?
Black.
Jesus Christ was a black man according to the Bible. Jesus Christ was a black man according.
2,000 years after the departure of Jesus the Christ, the prophets are back to teach the real Jews, the 12 tribes of Israel, their true nationality. This is their campaign.
They might be guilty of doing some slave trade. Who knows, man? That's back in those days. They fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
But I want to ask you a question because you said a lot. Now you said he loves all his children. Who are you talking about is he? Who's the he that you're talking about?
Christ.
Christ. And who are his children? Give me Matthew 15. All of us? Who did Christ come for to deliver? Who did Christ come on earth to deliver? Okay, so now I want to read it out of the Bible, right? If I read it out of the Bible, out of Christ's own mouth, it is what it is, right? Okay, let's read it. You paying attention? He said, now who did Christ come for? He said, everybody. Now I'm going to read it straight out of the Bible, what Christ said out of his own mouth. So it cannot be refuted. Read.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said.
Now Christ answered and said. Now read up so he knows what's going on.
Verse 21. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon.
He went into the coast of Tyre and Sidon. The people who were living in that area were not Israelites. Read.
And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast.
A woman of Canaan. She's a Hamite woman. She's not an Israelite. Read.
And cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David.
She begged him, said, have mercy on me. Read.
My daughter is grievously vexed with devils.
She's grievously vexed with devils. Read. She got demons on her. Read.
But he answered her not a word.
He answered her what?
Not a word.
He ignored her. Read.
And his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away.
So his disciples now, who he was teaching, what did they say to him?
Send her away.
They said, send her away. Why?
For she crieth after us.
She keeps making noise, following us everywhere. Read.
But he answered and said.
He answered them and said what? He answered her and said what?
I am not sent.
He said, I am not sent,
but
meaning only
unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right.
I am not sent.
But unto who?
But unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Read. So who was Christ sent for? We just read it.
Sounds a little mixed up. It sounds like this woman that he found around. It sounds like a little crazy, but
the woman was a Hamite woman. She asked him for a blessing.
I don't know what Hamite is.
Hamite in the Bible is Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The Israelites come out of Shem. That's why they're called Semitic people.
Shem and Forest.
Right. And then you have Hamitic people who are the Canaanites, Ethiopians, Libyans. These are Canaanite people. They're not Israelites. It's a separation. They're not Israelites. So she asked him for a blessing. He said, I'm only sent for the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Might have been a minion of the devil. Who knows?
She wasn't an Israelite. That's the point that he made.
Well, if she followed him around and he ain't paying no attention to her, she gotta be the devil.
So, the point being, who did Christ come for? That's the question I'm asking you. I just read it. Who did Christ come for? I just read it.
One person, the Israelites.
For who? Are you guessing? How did you get that answer? We just read it. Now give me Isaiah 45:17.
Only Israelites are people of a darker color.
No, it has nothing to do with color. It has to do with your nationality.
Right.
Are Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans the same complexion?
This is all below the what's it called? The what do you call it? The equator. Let's say basically.
No.
Yeah, Argentina, Mexico, Colombia, Seminole Indians.
All right.
Native American Indians have been.
I'll explain it. I'll explain it so you understand, because it says North American Indians now. That's above the equator. But I'm going to explain it to you so you can understand. It's not about where you fall on the equator. It's not about the complexion of your skin. All right. I'm going to explain it to you so you understand. Give me first. Give me Isaiah 45:17.
Isaiah chapter 45 verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord.
But who shall be saved in the Lord?
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
Everlasting salvation. That means it's going to last how long? Forever. Read.
He shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end.
Israel is a what?
World without end.
Israel is a what?
World without end.
Revelations 2. Hold that. Give me Revelations 2. Because he asked about the man who's calling himself a Jew that lives in modern day Jerusalem. Is that man the Jew? The man that lives in Jerusalem today?
Yo, it's two different sides. Y'all was up there and we was in Africa. That's it.
So I'm asking the man that's over there today.
Nah.
Wait, how come in
Get that.
Africa there is no.
Get that.
Hold on, before you
We was in Africa and you went up somewhere else.
Bro, I'm asking, no, hold on, focus, I'm asking you a question. Listen to my question. The man who's in Jerusalem today, right? You know that modern day landmass they call Israel, right? Is he the original Jew? Is he the real Jew? No, right? Who's the Jew?
A black man.
Thank you. Now give me that Revelations 2 verse 9. Read it.
Bring it up.
Listen to this. Listen.
The book of Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation.
So God said, Christ said, I know your works. He's talking to the Jews. He said, I know your works and your tribulations. Read.
I walked up here.
And poverty.
Bro, remember, he's not the teacher. I'm teaching, brother, so you need to focus on me.
A black man.
Don't focus on him. Read.
I'm not focusing on him.
Yeah, I'm teaching him, but you're talking to him. He's listening. Just listen too. Just listen. Focus.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy.
I know the blasphemy. What does blasphemy mean?
Bullshit.
Thank you. Lies. BS. Read. I know the lies of who?
Of them which say they are Jews.
Who say they are Jews.
And are not.
And are what?
And are not.
What are what?
But are the synagogue of Satan.
What are the what?
The synagogue of Satan.
The synagogue of Satan.
I always said that anyway.
Synagogue of Satan. Now you came up here and you made a statement. You said, we know that the Europeans distorted the image of Christ. They gave us that, right? Knowing that he was a black man.
I don't know what he was.
Okay, let's read what he was. Give me Revelation. Now he said, he made a good statement. He's honest. He said, I don't know what Jesus Christ was. So let's see out of the Bible what Jesus Christ looked like. The Bible is a true book. It answers all questions. So let's read out of the Bible what Jesus Christ looked like and end all discussion. Read.
Right. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. His head.
White like
and his hair.
And his hairs, the hair on his head, the hair on his face, were white in color and woolly in texture. What nation of people on earth have woolly hair?
Few.
Huh?
Few.
Which few?
Right.
Pull that sign up there. Show them what nation of people have woolly hair. My brother right there with the glasses has woolly hair. That's woolly hair. This brother right here has woolly hair. This right here is woolly hair. This is hair like wool.
And his head and his ears were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes,
read,
were as a flame of fire.
Were as a what?
A flame of fire.
A flame of fire. Meaning his eyes were what? Would that mean he was shooting laser beams at his eyes? What does that mean? What? They were a light?
I'm saying they color red. They probably
color red? Let's read it.
I'm saying they probably were very alive.
Let's read it. Let's read it.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12.
The Bible's going to explain, right?
And verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
His eyes shall be what?
Red with wine.
What was Christ's first miracle?
Water to wine.
Turning water to wine. What was his favorite drink? Water? No. What was his favorite drink? Wine. His favorite drink was wine. His eyes shall be red with wine. Read. Go back to
And his eyes,
remember, he drank wine in moderation. When you drink wine, it turns the whites of your eyes red. Read.
were as a flame of fire, and his teeth like unto fine, and his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like unto fine brass. Now, are your feet the same color as the rest of your body? No? So my feet, I can have, my feet can be your complexion?
Probably a little lighter underneath and darker up top.
Why? Modern day, why? Because people wear shoes and they get much sunlight, right? But if I'm wearing sandals and I'm walking around, are my feet going to be the same color as the rest of my body? Are your feet the same color as the rest of your body? Are your feet the same color as the rest of your body? Are your feet the same color as the rest of your body? Except the bottom, right? Everybody's feet is pretty much the same color as the rest of their body. Read. My brother, we're reading the true description of Jesus Christ. That's where we're reading it right now. Read. And he says his feet, what? So we just established because he said he didn't know what Christ looked like. So it says his head and his hairs were white like wool. It said Christ had woolly hair. His hair was woolly in texture and white in color. Now, what nation of people on earth have woolly hair?
Of polished brass. That's like a high step
don't know?
yellow.
Is this woolly hair? Look behind you at this brother right here. Is that woolly hair? And he has the one on the bike.
We just saw that.
That's woolly hair. That's woolly hair, like a sheep's hair. It says woolly hair. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like unto fine brass. What color is brass?
Yellow.
Brass is yellow? What color is brass? Brass is a derivative of brown. It's a shade of brown.
It's like a gold.
No. It's brown. Brass is brown. No. It's all right. Bro, it's all right. He doesn't understand. My brother, just relax. Read it again.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like unto fine brass. Now you can look it up. If you don't know, you can look it up. Brass is a derivative of brown. Read.
As if they burnt in a furnace.
Now if you take anything and burn it in a furnace, what color does it come out? What color? Black. Black. So it says he was already brown. Now it says if you took that brown brass and burned it in the furnace, so what color was Jesus Christ?
Black.
Say it loud, bro.
Come here. Say it loud, bro. Say it proud.
Black.
He was what?
Black.
He was what?
Black.
Jesus Christ was a black man according to the Bible. Jesus Christ was a black man according to the Bible. He was a so-called black man. So now you're not disputing that. Great. Now, great Jesus Christ, what was his nationality? What was his nationality? He was what? You just said it. What was he? He was an Israelite. He was an Israelite. So if he's a black man and he's an Israelite, what color are the Israelites? Black people. The Jews of the Bible are black people. Has anybody ever told you that before? That the people that this Bible is talking about are black people? Give me that. Give me Jeremiah 14. Let's read it out of the Bible. Let's read it out of the Bible. Huh? You think all races? Okay, let's read it.
Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth.
So Judah is in mourning. The tribe of the kingdom of Judah is in mourning. Read the Jews. Read.
And the gate thereof language.
Meaning their leadership has fallen. Read.
They are black unto the ground.
They are what?
They are black unto the ground.
What are you reading from? What is this? What is this?
King James Bible.
What does this say? That says what? That's the Bible. That's the Bible. It says that the Jews are black people.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.